So, how much money have I actually spent on the new Generation 9.5 since back in June 2017? Stick around to find out. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you enjoyed the latest videos that I did on the SAAB festival. If you haven't been there, I suggest you plan a trip to Europe, Sweden, Trollhättan in 2021. And it will be an amazing experience for you. Both entering the museum, looking at the different cars they have there, and seeing all the fantastic cars at the exhibition day. So plan Trollhättan 2021. Today we're going to take a look at the costs that I have had since I bought the car back in 2017. I actually had to reach outside the border of Sweden to find a new Generation 9.5 in excellent condition. So it only had one owner in Germany, and they spent 15,000 euros in maintenance between 2011 and 2017, and that's quite amazing. So it's a very well maintained car. And today we're going to take a look at my costs from June 2017 until June 2019. So I have my cheat sheet here. So let's start off by looking at the categories. I have maintenance, parts on the shelf, and upgrades. I bought new center wheel caps same month that I actually got the car here in Sweden in June 2017, and that was 30 euros. And then later on I experienced a issue with the passenger seat heating pad. It's a common issue with the seat heating pad, so I had that replaced. That was 240 euros. A new battery, 120 euros. Just in case, I know how sensitive these cars are for old batteries, and the one that was in the car was, I think, 4 years or something. And then I did a big service in 2018 at the authorized garage with spark plugs, new oil in the automatic transmission, and partial cross-wheel drive service, a new rear brake discs and brake pads. They also changed the steering column lock and did the programming for that. So the steering column lock started to sound weird, like it was going to fail any day, I think. And they also fixed some hoses, put the hoses in correct place and so on. And that was at the authorized garage, 1,450 euros. And then I changed the turbo coolant hoses, as you can see in this video. I also changed the air filter box because the old one was actually broken in one of the mounts. So it wasn't sitting properly in the engine bay, so I had to replace that with a slightly used one. So that was 50 euros. And then the intercooler outlet pipe, and that was 50 euros as well, because it was kind of leaking at the connection just beside the engine. So somebody has tightened it too hard previously, and it just started to leak. So I replaced that one. And then back in beginning of in May 2019, I actually did a service with a full cross-wheel drive service, which means 3 different oils, filter. They also repaired a spare LED bar that I have, and that was 1,070 euros. So if we sum this up, we get 3,023 euros for maintenance in 2 years. I don't think it's a crazy amount of money, but I'm sure there are cars that cost less. But then you don't have the cross-wheel drive and so on, and you certainly don't have a beautiful car like the New Generation 95 is. Then we move on to parts that I've bought to keep on the shelf, because it's a very unique car, as you know. Some parts are very difficult to find, at least at the moment, currently. Maybe if Oreo start working with more suppliers, they can get these parts back in stock. So the front indicator lights, the left and the right one, I actually bought new ones and I modified the old ones. As you can see, I also did a video on that one, modifying them and taking out the orange lens. And then I bought a gear shift knob, complete with boot, bezel and buttons, and it's like new, never been into a car. The only thing that missed was the DriveSense switch, because I have DriveSense in my car, so I need that. So the gear shift knob, complete with boot, bezel and buttons, was 80 euros, and a new DriveSense switch was 50 euros. And then of course the hockey stick trim on the left side and the right side, that was 100 euros each. And then we have a rear left taillight that I bought. It's a UK taillight. You can see in this video that I did that to get a second reverse light. And then a rear right taillight as well to put on the shelf, and that was 300 euros. And then a really expensive LED bar for the boot, and that was 600 euros. And it wasn't even working correctly. But that's how it is, guys. When these things are so difficult to find, the price goes up. And then we move on to the upgrades. Sorry. We need to sum up the parts, of course. So that was 1,760 euros for just parts on the shelf. Now we move on to the last thing, and that's upgrades. So I did a celebration video on the boot spoiler, as you can see. The boot spoiler and paint was 350 euros. And then the Hirsch springs and the mount of the Hirsch springs and the four-wheel alignment that you need to do when changing springs, or if you're tampering with a chassis, you need to do that. And that was actually 1,000 euros in total. Then I installed a boot net pocket. There's a video on that as well. That was 30 euros, so not a big upgrade. And then I installed a front passenger net pocket. That was 50 euros. And that's actually not SAAB original. It's BMW original. I'm sorry about that, guys. But it actually fits very good. It's high quality and it looks good and so on. And then at last the 2013 navigation maps. They're outdated still, I know, but that was the last you could buy at the GM Opel site. And that was 99 euros. So if we sum this up, upgrades, we get a total of 1,529 euros. And if we take these two and sum those up, we get 6,312 euros. So that's actually the amount of money that I have spent on the New Generation 95 from June 2017 until June 2019. So for 2 years, it may seem a bit much. I mean, this is mandatory if you want to keep your car in good shape. Maintenance, it's all about maintenance. You don't need to do this or that, but if you enjoy the car and you really like it and you tend to keep it, I don't think you can help yourself. You just keep buying parts, doing upgrades for it. I hope I didn't scare you away with these costs. I know there are cars that are cheaper when it comes to maintenance. Maybe they're not as good looking as the New Generation 95. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, because if you did, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care and drive safe.